गुड इवनिंग फ्रेंड्स, स्टडी विद अपाल इंजीनियरिंग एंड जनरल जियोलॉजी परवीन सिंह बुक। तो इन चैप्टर 17 हम लोग इंजीनियरिंग प्रॉपर्टी ऑफ रॉक पढ़ रहे हैं, जिसमें हमें जियोलॉजिकल कैरेक्टर अब पढ़ना है। रॉक फॉर्म ये इंजीनियरिंग के रिलेटेड है ना। तो हम एब्रेशन रेजिस्टेंस पढ़ चुके हैं, ट्रांसफर स्ट्रेंथ पढ़ चुके हैं, पोरोसिटी, ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है। इनकी डेफिनेशन, जहाँ फार्मूले हैं फार्मूले आ जाते हैं, और जहाँ इंस्ट्रूमेंट बनाने को हो इंस्ट्रूमेंट आ जाते हैं, उनके नेम आ जाते हैं बनाने को। तो प्लीज़ रेडी रखिए, हैं, ठीक है। तो अब स्टार्ट करते हैं हम लोग। जियोलॉजिकल कैरेक्टर, मिनरलॉजिकल कंपोजिशन, रॉक एज वी नो are actually made up of smaller units called minerals. Hence, porosity of rock ultimately depends on the compositions and nature of packing in the rocks. It has been found that rocks are made up chiefly of silica, especially quartz, SiO2, especially in the free form, are strongest in many respects. Quartzite, sandstone, and granites are examples of quartz dominated strong rock, carbonate rock. So a very wide variation in their engineering property, and hence each variety has to be tested thoroughly for such properties before use in constructions of some importance. Presence of minerals like mica, gypsum, sulfides, and glauconites, tremolites, and flint, and cherts, and clays, even in small properties in otherwise sound rocks, destroy their inherent strength and quality. Texture and structure. Textures defines the size, shape, and mutual relationship of the mineral constituents of a rocks, whereas structure determines the development of some typical features on a large scale in the rock's mass as a whole. So rock may be coarse grains, medium grains, or fine grains, and also equigranulars or equigranulars in texture. Experience has shown that fine-grained equigranular मतलब इक्वल साइज का है ना। और फाइन एक कंडीशन दिखाई कि फाइन ग्रेन है, फिर उसके सब पूरा उसके जैसे ग्रेनुलर्स हैं तो उनके सबके साइज सिमिलर हैं, तो इक्विग्रेनुलर। टेक्सचर रॉक्स आर अदर्स थिंग्स बीइंग सेम्स एंड बेटर बिल्डिंग स्टोन्स कंपेयर्ड टू कोर्स ग्रेन एंड इक्विग्रेनुलर रॉक्स। अब एक इक्विग्रेनुलर में आ गया, उसमें कोई छोटा है, कोई बड़ा है ना, तो हर साइज के हैं, कोई सेम साइज नहीं है। तो in the latter case, component of different size behave differently under the imposed load, offering complex reaction हो गई। तो structurally अब हम देखेंगे उसकी क्या है situation। तो the speaking such features as stratification, foliations, lineations, cleavage, joints, micro joints, and flow structures have to be given due considerations before selection of stones for construction। and ये सब फीचर देखने पड़ते हैं हमें कंस्ट्रक्शन से पहले। Very often these may not be seen in the small size test specimen, ये छोटे स्पेसिमेन में नहीं दिखाई देते। तो the geology of the rock mass has as a whole and its field occurrences should be studied for their likely effect on the qualities of stone. These stones, most of these structures are to be treated as effective planes of weakness, and once closely spaced they make obtain proper size blocks from the rock mass. Very difficult is if not impossible when some blocks from such rocks have to be used, they should be placed in such a way that the planes of weakness are not parallel to the effective loads. तो रेजिस्टेंस टू वेदरिंग, ड्यूरेबिलिटी से ही क्लियर है कि उसकी मजबूती कितनी है। ठीक है, हमने साइज देख लिया, स्ट्रक्चर फॉर्म कैसी है, लेकिन उसकी ड्यूरेबिलिटी, रेजिस्टेंस कैसी है वेदरिंग की, जल्दी उसकी क्या कहते हैं, डस्ट निकलने लगना. So it is essentially a geological character that is determined by the composition and texture of a stone on the one hand, and also the environment where it is ultimately used in constructions on the other hand. Nothing is everlasting, the stones included, but the rate at which a stone deteriorates under the attack of a natural process, example weathers, varies from rock to rock. A stone's example granite may remain fresh and untarnished when used in the interior of buildings for hundreds of years, but the same stone used on the exteriors of the same buildings may get badly pitted or tarnished within a few decades. And similarly, limestones used in industrial towns may weathers badly due to reactions with the surplus acid vapors polluting the air, whereas the same rock used in temples and for forced in cleaner क्लाइमेट्स, एग्जाम्पल कश्मीर वैली, उन्हें क्लीनर क्लाइमेट ही कहते हैं क्योंकि वहाँ ठंड होती तो डस्ट जो है ऑलरेडी उतना डस्ट धूल रहती ही नहीं है ना. तभी कहते हैं ना सेहत बनानी है तो पहाड़ों पर जाइए. तो हैज रिमेन फ्रेश फॉर सेंचुरीज. अ इंजीनियर स्पेशली अ टाउन प्लानर हैज टू बियर इन माइंड द कैपेबिलिटी ऑफ अ स्टोन proposed to be used in particular environment. Rocks are sensitive towards the environment in which they are placed. Their durability, which means their capacity to withstand the imposed load without undergoing any deteriorations, depend on the fact whether or not they have been used in an environment which is in tune with their geological character. ड्यूरेबिलिटी. अब ड्यूरेबिलिटी भी स्पेशल कैरेक्टर है. क्या है? ऑफ अ स्टोन्स कैन बी experimentally determined by subjected the stone samples to disintegrating actions of sodium sulfate. Test specimen generally of 5 cm side cube or dried perfectly and weight उसका होना चाहिए. वेज मतलब कॉर्नर उसके and wedge. They are suspended in 14% solutions of sodium sulfate, decay hydrate for 4% hours at 27 plus by minus 2 degrees Celsius. So these are taken out and overs dried off at 100 plus / minus degree. जैसे 100 लिखा है, 100 और उसके नीचे ब्रैकेट में -5 डिग्री सेल्सियस. तो दिस मेक वन साइकिल. These samples are then subjected to 30 such cycles and loss of weight determines at the end. Greater the loss in weight, poorer the durability of the stone under test. General characters. Cost it is important considerations in the selections of stones for building a consideration as its engineering properties or geological character. A stone may be quite suitable for use in a buildings, but it may still not be selected because of its high cost with respect to the place of construction. Cost of a building's stones depends on its availability, accessibility and workability. Good quality building stones are not available everywhere and their transport from a quarry at a particular place to another place of construction might be a very costly affairs compared to other materials such as bricks or concrete. And Rajasthan is rich in marble of good buildings qualities, and still these stones though and exports are not used as a common building stones in our own countries or even in Rajasthan. They are quite costly compared to other conventional building materials. By workability of stones is understood the ease in effort and the economies with which it can be extracted from its natural place of occurrence and finally given a proper shapes and called dressing. Harder and stronger rocks requires more efforts and cost for their quarrying and dressing quarrying. Engineers often take advantage of natural structures of rocks such as stratification and jointing in the sedimentary rocks and rift and grain in igneous rocks to make quarrying easier and economical. However, the overall economy in construction still remain a deciding factors for large scale use of stone in buildings constructions. Color. It is the property of appeal and aesthetics and gets importance only when a stone is to be used in situations exposed to public view, and the stones for use in the foundations and dams or where these have to be given outer plastering may be strong and durable and of any color. However, in the case of walls in residential and officials of buildings, dark colors are seldom used, and white, red, pink and grays and green shades are the popular shades of stones for residential buildings. So the color. The color of a rock is a geological character and depends on the mineralogical compositions of the rock. Granite are generally light colored sandstones occur in a variety of shades from grayish to white. Red and purple limestone and basalt and tend towards the dark shades, and marbles occur in almost all shades and ranging from pure white to pink and red, greens and black depending upon the type of impurity present. ठीक है? तो थैंक यू एंड प्लीज़ रीड बुक, और जिसकी इम्पोर्टेंट डेफिनेशन है उनको भी याद करिए. प्लीज़ गिव अ पॉजिटिव रिस्पॉन्स. थैंक यू.